go, duty. Daniel, I was already on today too, man. Welcome, Daniel. You know we love you. Morning. Oh, good. Daniel said he'll post some pictures on Discord later. I already started buying Christmas presents. Hey, that's always a good feeling when you're excited to buy presents so much you buy it, you know, in September. Love giving gifts. One of the things I enjoy the most. Yeah, I was just talking about that the other day. Whoa. McDonald's, Wes Does It said just had to leave McDonald's when the dude pulled a pistol on the, I don't want to say that word because I'm afraid to shadow ban my channel, but yeah, man, that's, pulled a pistol on the register person. And that's tough to work at McDonald's these days. I told you the story about my friend after he got his nose broke at the McDonald's. Yeah. I'd have helped him too, man. He wanted to go one-on-one. Little Steve's only 5 foot, you know. That's why I always say, man, 5 foot something doesn't mean nothing. If the person can fight, you're in trouble. Oh, nah, you're all right. You put your freedom of speech, man. You're in the chat, Wes. I don't care about that. I just don't say it verbally. I think they'll pick up on it if I say it. I want to hear all that kind of stuff. Dude. I'm not about boring out here. I like to hear that. I mean, I don't like to hear that. I don't want you to be at the McDonald's and be in danger or whatever. You can always bring the tea, you know? Man, when I use these dowels, I'm gonna have no drumsticks. I just thought about that a minute ago. I guess this is worst problems to have. Man, that sucks. I'll go back. Go back and get your number 4, man. Just like my friend. He still picked up his number 4 before he left with a busted nose, almost got arrested. Walked up to the counter. She didn't even question it. The girl had his meal ready. Shows you the mentality of the whole area, that whole area, man. It's crazy. Wild. Well, I'm sure there's like a lot of activity around there right now. I understand you leaving, but I would this is just me. I'm not suggesting, I don't want you to go back on this, but I would probably like pull around the corner, then come back and say it and see if I mean, I'm sure that person's a felon too, man. I'll guess they're probably a felon. Maybe not, man. Maybe they're just like a regular Karen type. And yeah, you can't do that though. Can't run around and pull that out, man. Not over soggy fries or like a non-crispy hash brown. You know what I mean? Like my hash brown wasn't crispy. Do it again. Make me another non-crispy hash brown. Make me another non-crispy hash brown. See that? That's my dramatization. Yeah, too much paperwork, man. Yeah, you don't want to be a witness, man. You gotta stick around. Possible lost wages. You know, looks like YouTube's dialing back the algorithm a little bit, man. We're still gonna hold out though. I told myself I was gonna do. I got work to do anyway. Oh, that's right. I don't have my mic on, so I gotta talk louder. Everything I say gotta be louder. Okay, good. Wes said I sound all right. Good, good, good. The same deal with these things. They have to all have that little. You know, right? Oh no, you still gotta do this other side. I was thought you had already trimmed it. Wes, I bet you were hoping it was just a sweet tea that you ordered this time too. Like, man, it was just a sweet tea like it was last time. You know, just only would have lost a drink out of your whole breakfast. Well, I hope you get another breakfast somehow. Eat a McGriddle cake just for me, man. I miss these things. Why is this area harder to chisel than the other? Because of that knot right there. I watched these Japanese carpenters on Instagram this morning, and they have this like planer that's like a long-handled blade, and it's curved. I think it's meant for hewing mostly. Like, I don't think they're trying to even hew straight, but it's a specific Japanese woodworker that uses this tool. And they were in the school teaching the kids how to use it. They were so attentive to the teachers too, as they are in Japan. You know? Japan has great respect for teachers. But just seeing the tool, I was like, man, that looks so difficult to plane with. But it was very, very sharp, extremely sharp, man. But you can plane with a curved blade, I guess. That's kind of what it taught me. I didn't even know that tool existed. That educated me. So it's the knot itself, right? But it's also wood around the knot. I want to thank Wes for his generous gift earlier. I wonder if I'm at the bottom of the chat now. Appreciate you, man. But just because Pilato gives or anyone gives doesn't mean you have to, and you know that. I don't have to tell you that. I don't also tell you what to do. What's wrong. And that's because I have respect for my elders, Wes, you know. So not as much of an elder as I said yesterday. You know, you gotta understand my head and the numbers. I don't even remember my own age most of the time. And that's not even making excuses. That's the truth. I forget what my actual age is. This just watered down my joke completely, didn't it? A little hard to hear. Okay. We'll get the microphone on there in a sec. I'm always used to having that mic on me and I talk too low. These coins against all that. hard to get that corner. Alright, I don't need to spend a whole lot of time doing that. Nice room. I'm not sure if it's getting in the way of it right there. Making the angle off. Welcome to Dad's Workshop, everybody. My name is Calvin. In a moment, I'm going to switch onto my microphone so y'all can hear me better. Let me do that right now. Harry, we're up. Welcome, friend of the program, Carrie. It's probably very early. It is 7:48 over there. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How's everything today, Carrie? How's the wife? I did lose my voice. I sure did. I lost my voice last night. A little rough on the top. I just want to stay on the top a little bit. Oops. right, sharp edge right there. Saw that Wes is live doing some kind of spackling or something. It was when I was changing my mic. Oh, wow. I almost lost myself there, guys. I need this to pinch a little bit. I don't even know if it's possible. I'm just trying to get this. It's like a rigid surface, a porous surface. I was trying to flatten it without tooling it with sandpaper the whole way. Oh, it went well. Carrie said she missed the earlier live. That's fine. We know you're, you know, in a different time zone. There we go. That's a little too deep. Oh, all right, we're gonna stop that effort there. Just sand it. Probably the best way to clamp would be like that. Yeah, it went well, Carrie. I saw the earlier live. Went well. I did a couple drum rolls, so lost my audience. I think from now on, drum rolls will be on wood. Yeah, it's nice out here in the workshop. Let me do a little gratitude, first of all, here, because I haven't done that all day. Let me just say thank you to all of you for being here. Thank you to all my members. Carrie's here. Yeah, we do have a few folks, and love that. Let me say thank you to everybody for being here. Definitely double tap that screen, like this video, and let me just show my gratitude for being able to do this and having one more day to do this, because it fulfills my soul. I enjoy it and I feel it. This is where I should be. So thank you for letting me do that. I wouldn't be able to do it without all of you. Especially you, Carrie. Thank you. I know some people in the past have been hesitant to appreciate you, so we want to make sure that you know you're appreciated. Yeah. Maybe the world record longest here. If you can do that, you know you got it even too, right? This is all about touch. How much force you put on it. Difference is here you got a knot, right? So I'm so appreciative of this opportunity. I'm so thankful for this day. I'm loving what I'm doing. It looks beautiful to me. And if it fills your soul with happiness, then I hope that you make something too. I'm just making sure I've got that knot level with the rest of this side here. There's a knot right there, and the other side looks raised. And I have to adjust that door. It looks like the wind's coming in. Well, Carrie said, I'm happy to watch you. Well, we're happy to have you, of course. Right back at you, Carrie. Love to have you. Wind is blowing. Let me go get that door shut. Otherwise, I really like the breeze. It's really nice. It's just throwing the door open and closed, so. Much better. Carrie said, welcome to joiners. We love that. That is a privilege of being a member to have that little message. So thank you so much. we do encourage that you do join the channel. This is probably a members only chat, right? So if you want to be part of the chat, and it does pick up as the day goes on. We appreciate our member joiner Carrie and all our members. So consider becoming a member. It's about the same as a gallon of gas at the gas station. Thank you, Carrie. Do a little drum roll for the joiner. Thank you, Carrie. So I'm going to cut a little mortise into the bed stringer, and that will seat these, because I don't think they'll look good if they're not seated in there. So that'll be the first thing. Then I'll put a dowel through them, through the bottom, a 3/4 inch dowel, like the ones I just drummed with. Probably be about that much dowel in and that much dowel coming out. And then I'll probably use chalk to mark where those are on the frame, and we'll install it into the frame that way. But I want to work it so it looks real nice first, because
Sand that corner, you can see the waves of the grain, and that's like when I know that it's starting to be sanded right. See the grain arc. Uh-oh, we freeze. Oh, maybe my phone's about to die. Hold on 1 second now. So this final phase of building involves constructing this rail, and then the last piece is constructing the ladder. And then we sand and we finish. That was my mom's favorite movie, Fried Green Tomatoes. So Carrie, well, that's not what she said. She said that reminds me of it. That was my mother's favorite movie when I was a kid. It's the one where they served the dude to the customers. He was a bad guy. I always stop when my hand's about to catch on fire. Got this little nick in here I'm trying to kind of sand away. This one's almost sanded. Just needs a once over on this side. Maybe both sides towards the top. Welcome to Dad's Workshop, folks. Be sure to double tap that screen, like this video. If you like what we do here at Dad's Workshop, consider becoming a member. We are streaming right now 6 days a week. And love to have you as part of the family. Not too worried about blowout, but we're going to go back through this side. Tricky. This one did not come out as easy, did it? Now, these don't need to be that clean. They just need to have that hole there to stop the cut from running when the wedge is in there. Do me a favor, folks. Double tap that screen and like this video. Got somebody trolling my likes. Got nothing better to do, I guess. Woodchuckers in the chat. What'd you say? Oh, great. That's awesome. Is that what he said? Thank you, Caleb. Appears I have somebody monitoring my likes. You know what I mean? They know what I mean.
And Carrie wanted to know why we didn't have your Cash App and Venmo and everything. And I said, that's
Oh,
the point.
I think my Cash App is on there, or I took it off.
We might have taken it off. We got to put it back on.
Yeah, put it back on. It's
Well, you have two. We'll do it later. I don't want to tag the wrong one, you know?
I'll put it in the chat. All right, Carrie, here's my Cash App.
I'll put it in the description. I'll make you a coffee too.
Oh, thank you. So, Woodchucker, welcome. Carrie, my Cash App handle is down there. I definitely understand why that would be an option, other than the way YouTube does it, because they're a little bit crooked. No offense, YouTube. I know I'm a Google employee technically, but yeah, I won't get into numbers, but let's just suffice to say my members and my folks are way more important than what YouTube's opinion on me is. And yeah. Caesar gets Caesar's share generally here. All right, so that was a little more difficult than I expected. I need one more little piece of maple. I thought I had one, I do. That's what I need. It's not clickable, but Heather is gonna put the link in my YouTube description, so you should be able to click it. But actually, you know, Cash App stuff's usually done on the phone. Probably have to enter that manually. I don't know. Let's move these chisels, see if I can set this little thing up on here. And then I'll cut those recesses, and then I'll go on about making each one of these has its own wedge now. Leave a couple down here. Style here for a minute. Just post a little bit. think if I added a curve to this, it would probably take strength out of it. Unfortunately, I don't think I can do it. It would just be a slight curve, and I don't even know if you would notice it. I think we're better off just sanding and stuff. Oh, Caleb, I have to roll. Later, everybody. Be fun. Have fun. Be safe. I got to go back to work. Thanks for being here. Woodchucker Caleb. Woodchucker say sub to Carrie. We appreciate that. Carrie said BRB. See you in a minute, Carrie. Let's flip this around. Welcome back, Mike. Mike said, I have 80s pop stuck in my head today, and I don't know if I'm mad about it or not. I just lean into it, man. I'll be listening to some Oingo Boingo then. You know, I'll be on a new wave kick. It's a good man's party. Who could ask for more? Everybody's coming. Leave your body at the door. Sorry, I actually lost my voice last night. Otherwise, I would have crushed that. George Michael was kind of a beast, low key. Well, there's a reason it's all upbeat stuff. But I'll do what my son's doing, call it Coca-Cola. I wonder if a design would look cool in it, but I don't think I should do that. Okay, it's official. Don't check your email for a week, Calvin. Uh-oh. Okay. Hope it's like a good don't check your email for a week.
Good boy, Benjamin. I also canceled your peacock, which is going to renew today, so woohoo, I'm cashing that.
No, thank you for doing that.
Wes is finishing up his live and said that he's going to see what you're up to and just
Oh.
watch it.
Okay. Nice. What was wrong?
It's chilly.
Oh, it's yeah, moving around. Hey, could you maybe get me a cup of coffee?
Yeah, cup of coffee?
Yeah. Here's my cup.
See what I got in this hat.
It's my rail right now. I'm happy with it. I'll probably sand more of it. We'll put some legs on it now and give it a shot. I just wanted to add a little design element to it. It was so plain. Maybe add more if it still looks bad. It's exactly what I wanted. I wanted it to be tight like this. Let's go down to that shoulder. Oh, that makes sense now, doesn't it? This wedge is wrong though. I put it wrong. ADHD. ADHD doing it. Welcome back, Wes. Did not know you were alive until I went live. It's my voice. It's just my voice. Don't. Oh yeah, that works so well. So well. Let me back it up so y'all can see. Oh, I can't back it up anymore, so bear with me, folks. Carrie was in here. She should be back. Woodchucker popped through. And that's about it. It worked. Never seen a rail done this way, but kind of like the poor man's through mortise pin here. I wanted to be able to hold them tight so that when I put them on the rail, they're gonna I can adjust them a little and still tighten it, if that makes sense. Oh, this one split. I didn't even see that. Look at that. Y'all see that in the camera? Holy smokes, look at that. I think I can still manage it. I'll just glue it up and then take the wedge back. Kind of figured that would happen, but I did like Wes and made a stop hole in there. It just wasn't enough. So we'll have to glue that one up. Thanks, babe. I split this one.
That's okay.
Yeah, I split this one here, though. I think what I'm going to do is take some more material out of the... This was the one I had trouble with, isn't it? No, it's not. All right, so now it's more of an appropriately sized wedge, but now that we're compromised all the way through, I'm not gonna throw this leg out. I'm gonna kind of split it open and pour glue down in there, or try to get glue down in there and then pinch it, probably with some elastic. Luckily the pressure is inward, so I don't have to worry about that too much, but I don't want to split it all the way. I'm gonna just kind of butter in some glue. Yeah, I did. I drilled holes in all the splines, man. They all have holes. It just was too much. I used a Forstner bit and went in every single one of them. Sometimes it's just a little too much for it to handle. I forced the wedge to do too much work. Problem with this is it's going to kind of make it difficult to get sightly, you know, because of the glue. Glue doesn't want to, you guys know that. Glue doesn't want to sand and stuff. Like, I got to get this wedge out too before it glues in. I don't want it to glue in there. Paper towel on my hand. So the wedge is going to be more on this one. It's not really going to do any work anymore, I don't think. After that, it'll split it. So the other ones are going to have to hold it. And this one will have to just be kind of a dummy post. Yeah, I definitely drilled holes in it though, Mike. And let me see what Wes said he does often. I was gifted a membership to Caleb yesterday. Oh, good. Caleb, yeah, Caleb was up in here just a minute ago. He had to go back to work. All right. I'm going to tie this with some, I can see there's enough glue to make a tiny bit of squeeze out in there. So I'll take a piece of elastic and tie it around. This is what I've been doing recently. I wonder what I did with that last piece. I've been using these workout resistance bands to do it because they don't stick to anything. So they're like perfect for odd shaped clamping at low pressure, if that makes sense. I realized I had my carpenter level over there with like the full length on it. We might have to do without it for now. It's all right, but we can't put this on because we don't want the glue to get stuck to anything. All right, so that stalls me a little bit, but let's take a look at this rail and see what we can do with this. I'm trying to make sure that all of these are contacting, the foot is contacting the bed, the base of these. And then I can adjust them and hit the wedge in a little bit more, or not, as it were. And I can adjust them down or up. And it should allow me to like get the right height and without having these things like rolling out of their spots. But we are going to cut mortises into the reliefs into the bed stringer so that they sit down just slightly, maybe 1/4 inch. But they're like, it looks a little better than it did before. It's interesting. I'm going to cut the wedges off too with a saw. I'm thinking that too. Pilato said, I'm thinking that some of the 100 plus people watching right now should become members and join us here in the chat. I'm agreeing with that, Pilato. I think that's a really good idea because there's a lot of chat space for new members. What? Who did that? Who did that? Wes does it with the 5. Oh, whoa. So the new members are My Honey's Handmade, Flossie, Sophia. Sophia might already be a member and actually got an extension. She's a subscriber. I keep track of these folks. Mikhail, can't read that last name. Looks like Greca. Kind of small for me and my phone's dusty. I'm going to do my drum roll here in a second. Shelly Hines, welcome all those 5 folks as members. Thank you, Wes, for those memberships. Let me get my dowels and do a little drum roll. I'm not using the snare anymore. I scared away too many. The snare will scare, but this is how we roll. Welcome those 5 secretive people hiding in the chat. No, I'm just kidding. Some of those folks have become members and we became friends. just chatting and being featured. So, you know, don't worry, we're friendly here, kind of. Now that you're a member, come in and join this chat. See, Wes hooked y'all up. Thank you, Wes. Thank you, members. Just sanding off this glue while it's still wet here. So the next step is actually to move the camera and work on the little mortises on the bed so that I can magic hands. Bing. I got jazz hands. Is that jazz hands? Jazz hands. Thank you for those memberships. I'm so happy about that. So this thing has to glue up, has to dry up. What I need to do is I need to cut some little dados basically in the bed where these feet sit, because it looks stupid with them sitting up on the top. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like the way it looks. People would tell me it looks good to make me feel good, but even this one split a little. I gotta be careful with these wedges. I don't know what the heck I'm doing with these. We gotta do another one though. So don't hammer the wedges too far in, I guess, is the lesson learned there. Stop hole doesn't mean anything if you put too much force on it. And I used a Forstner, so it was a well-cut hole. Put these two wedge pieces up here. Probably should have made the wedge more slight. Pilato said he would tell me it looks good to make me feel bad. Because with reverse psychology, I know he really means he's just trying to appease me. And then I'm going to say, I don't like that because he's trying to appease me. He's just making a compliment for no reason. So, yeah. I guess by default, I would end up sad or mad. Or maybe even glad. Tap that like button. Pilato just did it for him. Appreciate you. All right, I got to glue this one up too, guys. I didn't even see that was split. None of y'all told me because you're trying to be too nice. Where did I put that glue? Where did I put the glue? Probably threw it in my box. No, I didn't do that. There we go. All right, so we're gonna use the wedge and split this open a little bit and then do what I had to do on the last one. We just know we can't push these in that far. It doesn't even show that much on the other side, but on this side it does. Oh, a little bit. Y'all don't know the ketchup bottles? That's the move, man. It'll pinch down with its own force. I really don't even need a clamp on it. It'll glue up itself, but I can't put any more stress on that like that because it will, this time it'll split all the way probably. Thanks everybody for hanging out with me while I complete this project, or, you know, work on this project. I probably won't complete it today. Maybe not even tomorrow because I got to do a ladder. And, well, for definitely not tomorrow either. It takes a little while to do these things, man, you know, especially by hand. Only plans I had were my last bed, and I did that bed. I changed some things on this one. So the reason I'm sanding is so that the glue is porous and I can get it off when it dries. If it dries slick against there, you gotta sometimes chisel it. Like it'll just, it's tight bond too, by the way, guys, in case you were wondering about that. I'm gonna pull the wedge out here in a second. Looks like I'm missing a little glue in here. And I don't want the wedge to glue in. And then when the wedge closes, notice there's squeeze out there. So I did get it in. I'll zoom in so y'all can see. That's how you know there's pressure on it, right? Sometimes they put pressure on themselves, so we don't have as much responsibility to do that. When we mess stuff up like I did, y'all see that it has squeeze out just from the pressure of the stud on itself. So probably doesn't need a clamp, right? Palato got a roll. See you later, man. Thank you for the super chat earlier today, Palato. That was very, very nice of you. Palato, my featured member. Check out that short that I made. All right, so what we're gonna do is move the camera over here, but I'm gonna grab something real quick. I might be able to put it up here. What I want to do is cut these recesses in right here and down there for those to sit in. So we may have to do it like somewhat like this. You like how I have a fan on that bed? It's hot this summer. Yeah, Pilato said, will do, Wes, and thanks, Calvin, for featuring our channels. Absolutely. That's what we're here for. Let me check to see if this is square. I'm sure some of those new members will soften up and enter the chat at some point, either today or tomorrow, maybe the next day. Maybe they get featured and they want to say thanks or something, you know. All right, that's square. That's not. That's right in the places that I marked before. All right, let's say we'll make this a ½ inch deep. Wes is out. See you later, Wes. Appreciate you being here. Thanks for the memberships. Big friend of the program. Wes does it. Big shout out. Thank you so much. Half an inch, does that seem right? Or maybe a little bit less, maybe a quarter of an inch. We'll do a centimeter and a half. We'll do metric just for Vitali. Shout out Vitali, wherever you're at. Probably school. Centimeter and a half. That may be a little bit deep, man. Seems a bit deep to me. I think it's got to be shallower than that. We're going to do 1 centimeter. I don't want to take any more tensile strength from the stringer here. It's already got mortises cut into it. So. There we go. That's much more reasonable. I'm going to try to set up a unique angle here. There's my light. Yeah, that's at an angle for sure. Bugs are after me now. Looks like Pilato's got to catch a flight back to Indianapolis today. I wish you safe travels, bud. Just gonna bring this down just a little bit. All right, let's do this. And last cut. I'm gonna take the rips out. There we go. That's about the right size for my framing chisel. Just push through it and level it out. Now, it could be tricky to get these two even so that both the legs sit in the same place, but when they do, it'll be more sturdy. It should be. This may not be wide enough yet because I was cut stuff a little small. Nah, that's perfect. That's exactly what I want to do. And then we dropped it, that way it'll sit in place. It's not gonna move around. That idea did work. So happy about that. So happy about that. So thankful for you all. So appreciative of this day. And the opportunity to be here and do woodwork for you guys and talk to you guys and make friends and do what I love to do here. So everybody, I may be back a little later. If not, I'm sure one of these folks is going to go live here soon. And this is Dad's Workshop. I'm Calvin. Have an awesome day. Do the next right thing. Do something good for somebody. It doesn't even have to be somebody you know. And I love y'all. Appreciate you. Dad's Workshop out.